Yo, namaste, man. I just came into like some crazy enlightenment right now. And you know what I mean? For someone who studied the panic videos, the Dr. Phil Valentine videos, the Bobby Hemmett videos, I haven't really seen this type of knowledge being conveyed. Or maybe it has. Probably one of their lengthy 6-hour lectures, but I'm just gonna focus on this concept though. And I'm gonna compare it first in a video game, and then I'm gonna give y'all like the real life example. So you know when you go and do a video game, let's just say you're on level 4, right? You're on level 4. There's a you know that saying, new level, new devil, right? Okay. So on level 4 there's a new devil, a boss. And in that level, there's all his minion niggas, right? And in order to advance to that level, you have to like kill the boss, right? And then all of his minions fade away. All of his minions dissolve. Because you conquered him, right? And I mean, you could do that with dark magic. You can do that with some love and light shit. But, you know what I mean? I feel like the most natural and organic way to do it is through some love and light shit. Through some love, through some understanding and overstanding of who this boss is. Right? Kill that nigga with love. Right? And when you do that, all of a sudden, like, his minions dissolve, you move on to the new level, right? So I feel, I've never heard this term coined before, but I'm gonna call it like the broken laws of attraction mirror. And I feel like a lot of people have these broken laws of attraction mirrors, whereas you believe in the laws of attraction, but you don't necessarily believe in yourself. You don't necessarily know yourself. And since you don't know yourself, you attract so many shadow aspects of yourself, right? So I would say this. When you evolving, right, you're gonna meet that boss in real life this time. And I'll give you my example. I don't know what your vice is, what your complications are, but for me, my vice has always been my mother, right? I feel as empaths, we come in these narcissistic rooms to teach us life valuable lessons, to teach us humility, to teach us self-discipline, right? So, you know what I mean? And I'll say right now, I have now conquered this. Let's say I'm on level 6. I have now conquered this boss on level 6, right? I'm getting better at it. I've gotten this boss to like 7%, you know what I mean, on the life meter type shit. But I wouldn't say like I've conquered it, because I still see her minions running around, right? And you know what I mean? I feel like her minions may be coming the way of girlfriends, right? And until I conquer that boss, I'm gonna always see aspects of her. So life is always gonna be testing me, right? And so if I can come into enlightenment, I can come into execution on how to go about and move around my mother with complete unconditional love, with complete understanding and overstanding to who she is, and not try to avoid the narcissist, not try to run from the narcissist. But if I'm as powerful as I say, then most definitely my love magnetic field can almost be intoxication into like these little hurdles and these little complications in my life. If my love frequency is that high, boom, she dissolves. I stop attracting like these minions of her. My broken laws of attraction mirror is fixed, right? And then I can really start attracting what aligns with me, what is really my frequency. But until I conquer that in my mother, I will see like different mirrors with her everywhere I go, right? So I ask you this, like, what is like the root of all your problems? What is like the source? And for a lot of people, it is childhood trauma, right? So boom, like once you find the source and you get away from your resentment, your anger, from whoever, right? Family member or friend, you can do amazing things, and then you can start attracting amazing things in your life. But if you're still running from it, like, and shit, you know what? Shout out to I met this girl on a retreat, a meditation retreat. I don't know like her real name and everything, but yeah, I think her Instagram name is like We Buddha. And she had posted something on Instagram how I guess she'd experienced some type of rape or some sexual misconduct when she was little, right? But she actually wrote a letter. She actually went into the love and light to fix this. Not no death and dark shit. Not no, you know what I mean, magical ritual that cure all your problems. Nah. She went to the love and light. She wrote a letter to her whatever guy did whatever to her. I think she wrote along the lines of, I forgive you. You know what I mean? I understand why you did this. And she just let it go. She confronted it. And I kid you not, every time I see this girl on my timeline in the story, she's so fucking happy. She's such a vibe. So she's liberated herself from all of her demons. So you have to find the fucking source, the root of your problems. And then once you kill that boss, you will stop attracting like whatever bullshit you're attracting. You know what I mean? If you're a girl, like, you keep attracting thugs and ain't shit niggas, right? But if you really find what is the source, why am I attracting that? Like, why? Is it because of unresolved, you know what I mean, problems within my own father? Right? Or let me see another example. Like, why do bad things keep happening to me? Like, I have the worst luck, right? Like, what do you think is the problem with that? Sometimes it's all your mind. Your mind is what creates these demons and these entities. Like, you're really the master of your outside paradigm. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of people, they can't really see the boss. They just think like all these minions, right, running around on level 4 are just like just the worst luck that she can experience. Why this? Why this? But that's like why you have to take these herbs. This is why you have to like do the meditation, open your third eye, so you can start to see clarity. You know what I mean? Clarity within this world, and then you can like resolve everything that you ever, you know what I mean, thought was bad karma, right? And I've actually like transmuted that, and I feel like a lot of my hiccups, a lot of my problems in life were actually good karma. Very good karma, actually. You know what I mean? The police, the toxic mother, I mean, the father that didn't teach me how to be a man. This is actually good karma in a way, because it taught me how to be strong on my own. It taught me how to figure out life on my own in a real witty and intuitive way. That's why I feel a certain way for some people that are just fed with this silver spoon, right? All their life they got the clothes, they got the money, they got the women. Like, they're not really being taught no valuable life lessons. And it's only in that miserable frequency, in that miserable situation that you get to experience what you can do in the dark. You know what I mean? Like, if that makes sense. Like, people who just had a silver spoon, they don't know what they could do in the dark. And these are the people, like, if shit really hits the fan, they're the ones that are gonna be, like, if you put, like, a kid, right, who makes, or his father makes, like, a $26 million, right? You throw this nigga in the hood, it might be looking shaky for him, right? It might be looking shaky for him. Because he's never experienced the dark night of his soul. He's never experienced these life lessons, right? But I'm willing to bet if I can teleport my consciousness, the consciousness I have now, into my 8-year-old body, I would be straight. I would be good. Like, you throw me in what? Inglewood, Compton. In my 8-year-old body, I am safe. Because I've unlocked these certain, like, powers within me. You know what I mean? This is what this book I've been reading, the Gene Keys, the 64 Gene Keys. How you, once you unravel these shadow aspects of you and conquer them, then you get the gift. And I feel like a lot of people in the spiritual community, they have the gift of that shadow aspect. But then there's also another level, right? And that's the city. Once you unlock the city, you have the purest enlightenment of that shadow aspect. That's like one of your powers. You know what I mean? So I feel like, I mean, these are deep things that are slept on. Like, I was like, so what I do is I always sleep with, like, books on my bed, because, like, what better way to go to sleep around knowledge? And I feel it kind of motivates me, because when I'm in my room, majority of the time I'm in my bed, and boom, there's like a book right there. And I had to narrow it down to like 6 books, and the 64 Gene Keys has always stayed on my bed, because there's so much to learn from it, so much more perfection of it. And then when you actually, like, to a certain extent, unlock, you don't really have to master them, but if you unlock, like, I would say, like 50 to 60 keys, if you would unlock these cities, like, you're in a very good place in life where you can understand and understand that there's not much more evolving to do. Like for me, for example, if my poem book publishes within the next month, cool. If it doesn't, oh well, right? Like, all these different attachments that I have, like, it's really just like the ego, like, pushing it. It's the ego that wants that attention in a way. I feel like I've written enough poetry for myself that whether it's in a book or not, I'm satisfied by my pen game. I'm satisfied by the meaning and the wisdom I give in my poems. So yeah, man, it's crazy to think about it, man. A lot of people, man, have broken laws of attraction mirrors, and this is some clarity. You know what I mean? I came into right now. And I noticed when I came into this clarity, I had to have a sound mind, a sound body. Because if I had let myself get frustrated in the heat of things, my ego would override my mind, right? My ego would override my mind. And my ego would be feeding me like a bunch of bullshit, right? A bunch of things that are not healthy for me. But when I have a clear mind, immediately after this altercation, immediately after, the wisdom came to me. It was like, damn, I gotta get back in my bag. In a good way, I have to enlighten and conquer this boss that is my mother. Because if I do not, I'm gonna see her. I'm gonna see minion versions of herself everywhere, right? So, yeah. So I just made it like a key for me to. I do show unconditional love, but in its purest form, right? You know how the ego be like, yo, man, I do show unconditional love, then why do you have problems in life? Why? But if you showed it in its purest form, then I think you're liberated from whatever handcuffs, whatever mental shackles you had on you. So yeah, I mean, I feel like not everybody, but I feel like most people got work to do, and as advanced as I might think I am, I'm really just a student, still trying to figure out, the ways of life. And you just got to respect everybody on their life journey. And once you're able to respect everybody on their life journey, you can never get mad. Because I'm constantly overstanding, the homeless person yelling. I'm constantly overstanding the person that attracts bad luck. I'm constantly overstanding the thief and their bad energy, right? I'm constantly overstanding people's intentions. And when you can move like that in life, and if you've seen the movie, if you have your They Live glasses, life is easier. Because you see it for what it is. You know what I mean? I often say, like, how can you get mad at the lion from killing the hyena, the gazelle? How can you? Like, so once I understand that there's a person placed in my life to teach me a valuable lesson. There's a person in my life that is meant for me to get some type of meaning. And if I understand their nature, even if they might not be resident on my frequency, if I could just understand who they are as a person, like, wow, how can I ever get triggered, right? Like, whatever they say, however they perceive themselves, it was very predictable because I've understood the game at a higher level. It's just like the chess player, right? That's thinking 3 steps ahead of him. So I end it with this, man. Figure out, man, who the boss is. And whatever level you at right now in life, figure out who the boss is and kill him kindly with love. You know what I mean? I feel it's the most organic way because you're so in tune with your inner child when you do it. I feel like when you're doing like all these spells and, you know what I mean, summoning like different spirits on people to fix your problems in life, you're not really in tune with your inner child. You're actually in tune with maybe your genius mind, your left hemisphere mind, your logical mind that feels like you're gonna get like a logical response from it. But you know how kids are just so natural in their magic? I feel like in a way, you have to, well, this is for me speaking, like, I've done, like, the spells, the rituals, the energy that it takes to get the supplies, right? But what about if it's already within you, and you are the spell, you are the ritual, right? And if you could just utilize your mind to its highest capability, then boom. You know what I mean? The boss is no more. Just because you used your mind, you were tapped into your inner child, you stayed on the frequency of love. And I feel like if you're on the frequency of love, I mean, you can just watch all your problems dissolve away. You know what I mean? It's that optimistic mind. It's such an underrated tool to be optimistic in everything in life. But yeah, man. I mean, if you resonate with this, cool, man. Cool. I'm glad I could be, you know, I'm in a vessel of knowledge for you. I love you for checking me out, man. Peace.